Welcome back. India's Republic Day guest is here. French President Emmanuel Macron has landed in Jaipur. Macron was received with the Foreign Minister Shankar along with the Rajasthan Chief Minister Bhajan Sharma. Rajasthan has been completely decked up to welcome the French President. Macron kicked off his Pink City tour by visiting the Amir Fort. Later in the day, the French President will hold a show-by-yatra with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The roadshow is expected to begin at around 6 p.m. Today, both leaders will hold a round of talks at the luxury hotel Taj Rambagh Palace on all key aspects of bilateral India-France ties and various geopolitical upheavals as well. Remember, on the 26th of January, Macron is going to be the chief guest at the 75th Republic Day celebrations in New Delhi. He would be the sixth leader from France to grace the prestigious annual extravaganza. Our Foreign Affairs Editor Geeta Mohan is in Jaipur tracking all of those details for us. Geeta, first of all, show us where you are right now. What do you really see around you? When are we expecting the show-by-yatra to start? And Geeta, what after that?
Well, around 5:30 is when Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be receiving President Macron at the iconic Jantar Mantar. But I'm at Johri Bazaar, which is where the roadshow will pass from Hawa Mahal to the gate where the entire roadshow culminates. Look at the color. We have people from rural India, women from rural Rajasthan who have come to see Prime Minister Modi, get a glimpse of Prime Minister Modi. There are youngsters over here holding the Indian national tricolour, the Indian national flag, and they're also here with a lot of excitement. आप लोग यहाँ पर आए हैं राष्ट्रपति मैक्रो और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी का स्वागत करने के लिए। तो कैसा लग रहा है कि राम मंदिर के बाद जो पहला उन्होंने डेस्टिनेशन चुना वो जयपुर है?
मैडम, हमें बहुत हमारे सौभाग्य की बात है कि हमारे देखते देखते इस राम मंदिर का उद्धार हो गया और उद्घाटन भी हो गया। मोदी जी तो वैसे भी सबके प्रिय प्रधानमंत्री हैं, हमारे तो कुछ ज़्यादा कि हम सब बीजेपी के ही कैंडिडेट है, बीजेपी कार्यकर्ता ही हैं। और ये भी रहा है कि जब वो इससे पहले हुआ था उनका रोड शो तो वो बहुत सक्सेसफुल भी रहा था उनका। मोदी जी का अटैचमेंट भी है कहीं ना कहीं राजस्थान के साथ। और जब भी ऐसा कुछ होता है, फ्रांस के मैक्रोन जी जा रहे हैं राष्ट्रपति, तो उनके साथ उनका रूट है, तो हम चाहते हैं कि अपने जयपुर का और भी अच्छा उनको लगे, सारा सिस्टम देखें वो। और हमारे तो बहुत सौभाग्य की बात है कि मोदी जी बार बार हमारे यहाँ पे पवन धरा पे आते हैं।
आप बताएं, एक बहुत मोमेंट ऑफ प्राइड है, बहुत गर्व महसूस हो रहा है भारत पर कि एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट यूरोपियन लीडर भारत आए हैं रिपब्लिक डे में चीफ गेस्ट बन के।
बहुत ज्यादा प्राउड हो रहा है। जैसे नरेंद्र मोदी जी पूरे विश्व के अंदर एक शक्तिशाली नेता के रूप में उभरे हैं और पूरे इंडिया का नाम ऊंचा किया है। और मैं ये चाहता हूं कि मोदी जी ही अब परमानेंट पर हमारे भारत के प्रधानमंत्री बने रहे और हम आगे से आगे हमारी इंडिया को पहुंचाते रहे और वर्ल्ड के नंबर 1 देश हम बन जाएंगे मोदी जी के रहते हैं।
Right. So these are people, they are workers from the party. So for very obvious reasons, we have Modi supporters talking about Prime Minister Modi. But if you look at generally people who are out here, farming community, people from the agriculture sector, all of them who are out here are waiting. They've been waiting for a while. आप काफी समय से इंतजार कर रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री का आने के लिए? काफी समय से इंतजार कर रहे हैं मोदी जी का?
मोदी जी का इंतजार कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा। So for quite a while, I've seen people now trickling in. The entire area is filling up. Although in terms of jam-packed scene, initially we thought it did not look like there are going to be too many people. But right now, they're still trickling in, going through clearances and trying to enter this entire area. Security is a concern, so there's massive security preparations over here for the roadshow, which will begin in some time from now. But women, a lot of women coming out over here in their colors. कैसा लग रहा है यहाँ पे? काफी इंतजार करना पड़ा?
बहुत अच्छा लगा है। टाइम ही तो 4:30 का है फ्लाइट का आने का, उसके बाद ही आएंगे तो इंतजार भी हो, तो हम लोग पहले आ गए सुरक्षा।
अच्छा लगता है ऐसे देखेंगे तो?
मोदी जी के इंतजार करने में कोई टेंशन नहीं है।
कोई टेंशन नहीं है, मोदी जी के इंतजार करने में कोई टेंशन नहीं है। But again, Sneha, this is also not just about optics. There are a lot of beautiful optics to see, but it's not just about optics. The substance of the relationship is important. India and France are very important, two very important countries. While there is no structured bilateral meeting between the two leaders, there is going to be a whole lot of conversation when we talk about the far-reaching cooperation that the two countries have in many domains, whether it's counter-terrorism, maritime security, digitalization. Prime Minister Modi is actually going to go to one of the shops and show how Digital India really has become a major success by making a payment through the UPI app. And then they're also going to have a small chai pe charcha. There's a very famous Sahu chai, and so they will have tea together right outside Hawa Mahal. And then from Hawa Mahal, the roadshow will continue. What we are looking at and expecting is a joint statement at the end of this entire day one. And day two, like you know, Sneha, is going to be New Delhi, where he is going to participate as chief guest of the Republic Day parade, as also meet with business people from the Indian community, the business community from India. There's going to be a lot of engagement. We are looking at a major thrust when it comes to Make in India, particularly Make in India in the defense sector.
All right, Geeta getting asked those details. Geeta, you know, I also want to understand from you, given that there are talks with the Prime Minister today itself, give us, you know, an idea about what really is going to be on the agenda. Geeta.
Well, a very important question, Sneha. The agenda is, like I said, far-reaching. But when it comes to specifics, we know that India and France have been very, very closely cooperating on the defense and strategic front. We're being told that there could be some very important announcements in the strategic sphere, but nobody wants to really come out and announce or talk about the Rafales that are required for our naval forces, for the aircraft carriers, and that could be an announcement. But again, there is no saying it unless and until the leadership agrees to an announcement. But that's an area that the two sides have been discussing. Apart from the aircraft deal, we are looking at, again, defense cooperation between the two sides. There is a proposal, Sneha, on not just becoming a hub for defense production between India and France, but also becoming a supplier. So there's a proposal that has been floated. It looks like India and France both are accepting of that proposal. Whether they're going to work on it and implement it is something we'll have to see. But that's a trilateral one amongst India, the UAE and France, where the French defense equipments will be produced in India, and then India will become a supplier to the UAE as well. So that's another aspect. But then we're talking about digital cooperation, cyber security, technology, big data. So there are a lot of aspects. But one area where France has really supported India is counterterrorism, be it at the FATF or at the United Nations Security Council. This P5 has stood by India, and it seems like with this visit, they have cemented what could be another many years to come ahead of the general elections in India.
Right. Geeta, I'm going to